Hi everyone, it's time for my post-op update. Um, I had my VSG on Tuesday, October 22nd, and when I got there, I wasn't freaking out still. I kind of had some butterflies, but I mean that's to be expected. Excuse me. When I got there, the nurse, I have a funny little story. The nurse, she was asking me all my questions, like my pre-op, wearing any jewelry, when was the last time you ate, and all that stuff. And then she goes, how, have you been sick lately? And I was like, no, I had the sniffles, but nothing else. And she kind of looks at me like, what did you say? I was like, I have the sniffles. And then I started to tell her it was just because of allergies and thinking that they wouldn't operate if it was something bigger than that. And then she was like, oh my god, thank god. I thought you said you had pierced nipples. I got a good laugh out of that, so I kind of went in. It was a couple of minutes before the anesthesiologist came in, so I got a good laugh out of that. So I went in on a light note into surgery. Anesthesiologist came in. He asked me if I wanted the relaxing medication for my anesthesia, and I said yes because I probably would have freaked out sooner or later. And so the only thing I remember for going in there, when I got into the operating room, they asked me to move myself from the gurney to the operating table. And it's a total indication that I watched too much TV, but I was like Dreamy would never make his patients move themselves to the table. They do that for themselves. And then I looked up and around and I saw all the big lights and stuff. I'm like, oh, well, this is like Grey's Anatomy, though, so that's okay. And I don't remember anything after that. I woke up and I was I think I was like my feet were running or something like that, and I was like all my hands were on my face. I was really itchy from the anesthesia, and so that was about that. I was really emotional afterwards. I told my nurse I just felt like I didn't know why, but I felt like I needed to cry. She said that was pretty standard for most women, so I ended up holding off until my mom started talking to me, and then I started crying, and then yeah, I got that out of my system, so I was okay after that. We got up to my room, and the pain wasn't that bad. I they I slept for the first couple hours because my I was so tired from the anesthesia, but the pain wasn't bad at all. I was really surprised. It was more achy and stuff like that. My throat was really sore, and I had the from where the breathing tube went in, my throat was pretty sore, but so my throat was scratchy. They would only give me a little 1 ounce cup of ice chips every hour, and I would ask. I eventually found out that I was supposed to get them every hour, but she was only giving them to me every 2 hours, and she would come and check my drain and all my vitals and everything like that. So I told her that she had told me I could have them every hour, and she's like, "Oh, just page me." So I eventually started paging her for ice chips because my throat just hurt so bad. That was really the only thing. My throat hurt the most, and my back. My back really hurt. When they do the surgery, they put people a lot of fluids and gas to get everything done, and the gas just kind of settled in my back. And she said, mine settled between my shoulder blades, and she said she didn't think it was gas, but it's the only thing I could think of because she said sometimes it settles underneath people's shoulders and stuff, so it felt really bad. I don't know what it was, but my back was sore. But yeah, so I got up and started walking around. I had a morphine pump. I only ever used it once I got back into bed after walking, and that was only just because I think it was jostling everything that I had in my stomach. And then when I would move up and down on my bed because if I was a hospital bed, I was kind of like sitting weird, and my butt would get sore or fall asleep, and so I'd move, and that would kind of hurt. So, but I think I only used my morphine pump like 6 times, if that. Then I ended up letting my mom go home because she told her she didn't have to stay with me because it wasn't that, I wasn't in like any pain at all. And so she went home, and I didn't get much sleep that night. She came in like every 2 hours to check my vitals, but the man next door to me was wailing so bad that I did get much sleep because of him, and he had the same thing I did. So I'm just grateful I didn't react like he did. But so after that, she came in at 4 o'clock that morning, take my catheter out, so because they weren't going to let me go home unless I could use the restroom on my own, and did some blood work. Got a nice little. Oh, she can't see it. Oh, I can't see it very well. Oh, there it is. Nice little battle wound from my blood getting drawn. I got 2 little spots. It's the biggest bruise I think I've ever had. They're two so close. It's dark. It hurts. But she did my blood work. Everything's fine. And then I graduated to water, and I kept that down. And my mom came pick me up, and we were out by 9. We went and I came home, and I slept for a couple hours. And then the pain when I got home, I was downstairs in the basement because we have couches that have recliners on them, and so I slept there. And the toilet down there is a little taller than the toilets in the rest of the house, so we slept there. And or I slept there, not we slept there. I slept there, and it was fine. My stomach, I didn't take a whole lot of my pain medication. I tried to avoid it if I could. It made me really sleepy. I would like fall asleep browsing through Netflix like mid click, or I would I was one day once I was putting on my sorry, my cat is bumping me. I was trying to put the cat back in my water bottle, and I fell asleep mid spinning or something, I guess. I don't know. And my water tipped over and I got a little wet. But yeah, so that was last night. I woke up in the middle of the night with a terrible sore throat, which I did have before from the breathing tube that went down, but it was really, really bad. So I did take another dose of pain medicine, and I went to sleep. I woke up and I called the doctor, and he said I could take some Benadryl because I thought it was my allergies because my ear was a little sore from when I had the sniffle. And she said I could take some Benadryl, so I did, and I felt better. I ended up starting taking a third of the pain medication that I was allowed to take, so I'm not sleepy when I do that, and it does work a little. It's not very much. I think it's like, I don't even know what it is, but so yeah, I'm not taking very much pain medication. I don't really hurt at all. It's just like feels like when you work out really hard and your muscles are so sore, you just don't even want to sit down. And so it's just really like I ache, like I have muscle aches. I was really bloated. When when I left the hospital, they told me not to come home and weigh myself right away, because I did gain weight there, naturally because they pumped loads of fluids in with my IV, and then all the gas that they put in me during surgery. I had until I released those naturally, the gases and the fluids, I would lose, I would be way more. But naturally, I went home. First thing I did was weigh myself, and I gained 10 pounds. A lot there, but I think and then that was yesterday, and I lost 7 pounds by today. So I've got a couple more to go. I'm a lot less gassy. It was a lot of pressure. My stomach was so puffy. I've never seen my stomach that puffy before. But it's gone down a lot today. They gave me an ice pack there, and I took it home with me, and I just fill it up, and I just keep it on my incisions because my incisions only hurt where the drain was. And they took that one out. That's the one that hurts the most of the 6 that I have, and that's on the side of where my stomach is. So it makes sense that one kind of is sore. But I think it was just the most irritated because I just have that drain tube in there. So I just keep an ice pack on that. It doesn't really hurt. It's just a little achy. But all in all, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say my pain's like a 3, 5, where I really need pain medication. Yeah, I haven't taken it much today at all. let's see what else. Oh, I start tomorrow. I get to start having like yogurt and more. Like it can be pureed. I could pretty much have it starting tomorrow. So I'm gonna try yogurt, cream of chicken soup. I think cocoa wheat because I have some of those. I'm gonna try that for my meals. I'll only have 2 tablespoons. That's the goal for each meal. And the protein shakes in between because my stomach is the size of a small banana, but it's so swollen. It's like what you would be able to take through a straw. Is about all the liquid that my stomach can hold. And I had a little bad experience with that today when I was drinking some chicken broth. I drank it like I would drink like before, where I would just fill my mouth up a couple times and swallow. And then to my second swallow, I realized I did. And I spit everything back into my cup that I was drinking the broth out of because I didn't want to get sick. And I did get really, really gassy, and my stomach got really upset and just kind of churning. But I didn't throw up, so I was okay with that. I just right now I'm just concentrating on my little personal victories in the gas department, whether it's up or down, however it comes out, that's all I care. As long as it's out, because it is really uncomfortable. But it's not painful like I thought it would be. It's just really uncomfortable. Occasionally it'll settle in my chest, and that's not good. And I can't like make myself burp because that's how I make myself burp, is where I suck air in and I burp it out. But it's just uncomfortable. So I do have a prescription for that, and it's helped, I think. So I'll be glad when all that's gone. But yeah, so I've had a pretty good, not very painful at all experience. I did get to take a shower today. I was kind of paranoid to do that. I have a lot of iodine all over my stomach. It looked kind of like I went to spray tan and they did it wrong or something like that. But I tried to get it all off when I took my shower, but I didn't quite get it all off because I was scared to get too close to my incisions because I didn't want to have to redress my wounds. They did staple my stomach instead of stitches, so it looks weird. I feel a little like Frankenstein, but yeah, whatever. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to update again this weekend. I don't think I forgot anything. I did make a video actually on my iPad, and it was hopefully a lot better than this one's going to be, but my YouTube isn't working, so I can upload it, and the video was too big to email it, so I just pulled up the computer again and did it on this one, even though I just look funny, but whatever, I got it in. I'm looking a little ratchet after my shower, but that's okay. But yeah, so I'll hopefully update this weekend. If not, I will update for my 1 week post op. Yeah, see you later.